like a little bit of both. Part boy, part girl. Reminds me of that old commercial. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Is that okay? Some kids don't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. They feel like neither. Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. So now are we endorsing schizophrenia? What are we doing? Whether you feel like a boy or a girl or neither, if you describe yourself another way, that is your gender identity. When does this foolishness stop? When you shroud lunacy, insanity, or fallacy in colorful words and pictures to be read to young children, you have created an unsafe environment, since we're talking about safe environment.
Hi guys, my name is Nesima.
My name is Zainab.
And I'm Ella.
And you're welcome back to another episode on our channel. And on today's episode, we are going to be looking at a video that has to do with this whole misunderstood information about transgenders and how it is, messing with the lives of our kids. But we are going to watch the video together and we're going to talk about it. And please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let's watch it together.
Our next speaker is Margaret Hamilton, followed by John Amanchukwu.
Hello. I'm here to speak on behalf of our younger children and their academics. This book, It Feels Good to Be Yourself, which has an oxymoronic title based on its content, can be found in 26 elementary schools. It is geared towards K2, and as Macmillan Publisher says, it basically is geared toward ages 4 through 8. It introduces 4 different characters with different gender identities. It makes it seem as if gender is an imaginary concept that can be changed on a whim, when the truth is gender is factual. You're either a boy or a girl. And gender identity, what you see yourself as, that's imaginary. Well, let me read you a couple of things. First character is Ruthie. She's a transgender girl. That means when she was born, everyone thought she was a boy until she grew a little older, old enough to tell everyone that she's actually a girl. Then there's her brother Xavier. Xavier is a cisgender boy. Which 4 through 8-year-old knows what cisgender means? Can they spell cisgender? That means when Xavier was born, everyone thought he was a boy, and as he grew older, it turned out everyone was right. He was a boy. Then there's Alex, the friend. Alex is both a boy and a girl. Then there's JJ. JJ is neither a boy nor a girl. Ever since JJ was very little, they never felt exactly like a boy or girl. They just felt like themselves. This is JJ's gender identity. Some kids feel like girls. Some kids feel like boys. Some kids feel like a little bit of both. Part boy, part girl. Reminds me of that old commercial. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Is that okay? Some kids don't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. They feel like neither. Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. So now are we endorsing schizophrenia? What are we doing? Whether you feel like a boy or a girl or neither, if you describe yourself another way, that is your gender identity. When does this foolishness stop? When you shroud lunacy, insanity, or fallacy in colorful words and pictures to be read to young children, you have created an unsafe environment, since we're talking about safe environment, right? Where does it stop? At this tender age, our children should be learning their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Who authorized this? Who told you that you are God? Who gave you permission to tell our children who they are and who they're supposed to be? This is intentional and evil at its core. Get back to what you were elected to do and formally educate our children, not indoctrinate them with left-wing ideologies under the guise of providing a safe and welcoming space. Hear us clearly. We will not surrender our children. Leave our children alone.
I would.
Please.
Okay, where is he drawing you?
Oh my God. Just made a nice speech. Leave our children alone.
Yes.
Dear God.
From 4 to 8 years, they've even gotten to the extent that they publish books.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
We're still even they're publishing books, and they're even asking. Now there's children porn. Do you know that?
What?
Yes, children porn.
So,
Hey.
I don't watch porn, okay? But
no.
I'm telling you that.
No, I'm
there
not
are
surprised.
kids
You know,
porn.
I'm not surprised if they have children porn because, social media these days is
Like
something
you
else.
see child sleeping with child, not like big child with an adult to child, no, but like child with child kind
Those
of
children are
porn.
supposed to be
There
in
is,
school.
if you want to watch
There's adult
gay
to
porn
child.
now, you can watch gay porn. If you want to watch lesbian porn, you can watch lesbian porn.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
The books now.
I knew this problem would start.
This
from
book
the
is
moment
bad.
they started talking about, there's this thing about this sexual stuff. What's it called? BDSM or something. I don't know if you've heard of
Yeah,
BDSM.
BDSM.
Ever since this BDSM thing started, there's been this hunger for all these transgenders to try themselves out or something. Ever since this BDSM thing started, because like I said, we've always had drag queens. We've had tomboys. It's normal. And that happens from, when they've grown, you get like, but now we're having children, you're putting this kind of books to them. That was why there was a video that we did one time, and this 11 years old was reading out lines from the book that he got from the library, from the school library, 11 years old. And this boy was reading out books, stories, and telling them about how this boy finds this one attractive, how he took off his buttons and how he got aroused. Okay. Why is a book teaching an 11 years old on how to suck dick? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's not even like it's in my head right now. It's actual. It happened.
But that's evil.
It's illegal. It is dirty. It is disgusting. Now, it is not even a thing of, okay, now kids you're not even safe to go to the library anymore.
They're not even safe to go to school.
Come on. Like she said, what do you mean by cis boy?
So a teacher now will
cis
bring
transgender. It doesn't make sense.
A teacher will bring that book now to a 4 years old to 8 years old class and start
read it to
reading
the class.
Okay, what assignment do you want to give them from that book now? What's assignment? Because I know they used to give assignment.
Experiment on your neighbor and go and kiss your neighbor.
This is bad. Like, they need to do something. The government needs to act on it. Like,
the adults not enough for them.
I
Why
think
the kids?
Trump is doing
because they
something
want
about
more
it.
people.
I
That is
think
why
Trump
they hate
is-
Trump.
Oh, please, they shouldn't hate him.
That's why
He
they
should do what
hate
he wants to
Trump.
do.
That's why they call Trump transphobic, homophobic. They call him a racist. They call him blah blah blah.
He has been
Because
quiet
he is-
for long now.
I
He's getting
support
out
Trump,
of hand.
if
He's
you
getting
ask
out of
me.
hand.
I support Trump.
I
Let
never
him be
knew
a
about all
racist.
these books,
Okay.
I
Let
don't
him
even
be.
know. This is my first time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is my first time of me seeing this book.
No, like you send your kids to school and
The
they'll be-
books are everywhere. I've seen one physically where the book was talking about it's just a little storybook. I was just like, okay, no, let me even read it and see what it is about. And it was irritating. I had to like, are you sure this book is actually? It looked like an R-rated
That is, I
novel.
need-
The
you need to be
novels we
checking
read
your-
at night before we sleep.
You need
as
to be checking your
adults.
children's phones. All those novels they used to read on their phones.
Books, you need to check them.
They
That's
need to
why.
check their phone, their books.
All those
and
novels they used to
everything.
read on their
Yes.
phones. Because there's a way you see a kid addicted to, like, I love reading novels, especially
It's a
with
lie.
their phone.
It's not novel. They love reading porn.
Whoa.
They love reading. And kids, this kind of things excites them. All the sexual kind of things, it excites them. But that is even for the adolescents and all of that. But what do you mean by a kid that is not even up to 10 years old reading about transgender, and if they don't feel like their body, what are you doing? How dare you?
It's evil. I think they have another Indian agenda. They're not telling
This
us
is
They
about.
want
stupid.
more people to
is
follow their
stupid.
movement. That is why they're doing this, because it is stupid.
And
They
they're
need
lying.
to-
Do you know they lied in that book?
They need to ban.
That one that said she was people think she used to think she was a boy when she was born.
Yeah.
Then it was later when she got old she had the confidence to tell them she's a girl. It's a lie now.
I would slap that
After you
confidence back into
transgender,
you. I would slap.
after you transgender into a girl, then
You're confused.
so yeah, they're trying to tell those kids now that if people used to see you as, like people are seeing you as a woman now, you can later on change to a man and tell them you're a man. That's what they're trying to tell them.
Okay,
Why
you know
would they be
what?
giving them
Since
that
it's a
idea?
thing, fine. I don't feel like myself. I feel like the president of this country. I want to transition
Please,
to
they
the
should do something
president
like
of this
that.
country.
They should do that one.
If they can do that one for me, then no problem. I won't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Since we're all being delusional and stupid, and then no problem. I don't feel like Nesima anymore. I want to feel like the president. You know what? I want to feel.
They've lived the part of producing bombs, producing weapons to be like focusing
Yes.
on transgender issues because that one did not work for them. So they're looking for another way, another motive.
Other ways, they want more people to support their movements, and
I'm not supporting
they,
that.
Yeah, they definitely they want to eradicate biological men and women. Are you all not seeing this? They want all of us to confuse ourselves. I don't know, like, and the crazy thing is that people are actually accepting this whole transgender
I love what
shit,
she said.
and
Like,
that
she
is what
said, yeah, she said the government needs to do something about
they need
it.
to do something about this. And the crazy thing about it is some of the members of the parliament are the ones that are supporting
Yeah,
this
because
notion for
They need to check
transgenders.
books in libraries.
They need to ban. They need to,
schools.
like, I don't know, but they need to ban
Come on,
whoever it is
what
that is
happened
the
to
author.
ABCD? What happened to ABCD? What happened to 1, 2, 3?
What happened to your
What
Roman
happened?
numerals? Talk about
I
morals,
think that's why most
God,
parents now,
and
yeah,
all of that. But
on
now
it.
you're telling me that if you don't feel like a man, if you don't feel like a boy, it means you're free to. In fact, there's even another one that I think queer. They're not here. They're not here. They identify as
Yes,
they.
yeah, yeah.
So instead of me to say, "Oh, she is a fine girl," I'm like, "They are fine people." One person. Why are you confusing
Someone
English
is
in
not
my
a
head?
boy or a girl, but I'm seeing you as a man. You're telling me you're not a man. You're not.
And you feel offended because I address you as a man. You know what? I don't know. I don't have a problem with you transitioning your body to whatever you want to transition your body to, but leave our children alone.
Yeah,
Let
please
their
leave them
minds
out
be
of
as
it.
pure as possible. Stop trying to bring this whole nonsense
Why
into
would
their
they-
heads.
Why would they like corrupt children's minds like that? Be reading such books for them in school. Like, what kind of thinking would that child be having? Like,
I'll keep
just imagine
saying this.
that child thoughts. Like,
I'll keep saying this. They have a hidden agenda, and
They're
like I said,
evil.
you said the same government that they are crying out to do something about this. It surprises to know that the government have a hand in this.
but I think since there's a good man now, there's Trump. I think other people, you still need other people by his side to support him
that is
before
why
they
a lot
weigh
of
him
people.
down.
That's why a lot of people are not in support of him. But
They
I like
need
the
to-
fact
we
that
need other-
Trump is someone that is strong. He's
But
strong
he can't do it
minded.
alone.
He has a
He
strong
can't end
will.
it alone.
It should try and end some.
Yeah, he should start
Even if he
end
can't
some.
do it all, it should end some. Because I would support Trump. They say he's racist because he doesn't like. The reason why they call him racist, funny enough, is because he doesn't want foreigners to come in and take the jobs from the owners of the lands. Like, you understand? That's why they call him a racist. They're calling him homophobic because he's not supporting hospitals and people changing from their biological gender to another thing.
What happened to hospitals caring for patients just for like?
They haven't found
What
cure
happened to
cancer.
hospitals
They
caring
haven't
for
found cure
patients
to
with
HIV.
minor sicknesses?
They
What
have
happened to
that
them?
is- like you
caring
said,
for
it is-
patients with
it's schizophrenic. Like, if you look at it, because it's a mental problem.
Yeah.
It's a serious mental problem. I feel like the word mental problem, it's not really being talked about well enough, but it's a mental problem. Anybody who sit down and has a thought of, I don't want to be a woman anymore, I want to be a man, you're having a mental problem. In fact, people around you are not
It's
safe
delusional.
because
Like
you're a
yeah.
danger to everybody. You're
Yeah.
a danger to yourself.
You're a danger to your family. You're a danger to your friends.
I feel like we keep saying the
And
same
if you
thing over
notice
and
them,
over.
all these transgender people, they are trying to like bring other people around them.
Yes.
Like they want you to do what they are doing.
They're
That
narcissists.
is why you can't even keep them as friends.
They're
because-
so narcissistic.
Yeah, they'll be
They're
trying
very
to
narcissistic.
lure you into what they are doing. Like
The moment you don't want what they want, they start saying, "Oh,
Yeah, they're
it's because
enemy now, yeah.
it's because you don't
They
like
will never
us."
tell you the truth.
They
about
won't,
It.
and you
because
can't
they
tell
don't
them
even
the
know.
truth. You can't tell them the truth.
They don't
'cause
even know the
they'll
truth.
feel
That's
you're
the crazy
discriminating
thing.
them.
They're
you're-
confused.
Yeah,
If you
the
ask
few
them
people that
one
know about the
question,
truth.
they will bend like this. If you ask them one
But I
question,
want
they can't
to
even
know-
answer you directly.
But-
What color is this? It's yellow. I'm like, "Oh, why are you asking me what color it is? Does it mean that you don't like colors? Does it mean that you don't? It means that you're a bad person. It means that you're confused. How dare you ask me that question?"
Yeah. What I want to know is that, like, why would they be publishing those type of books?
Because the government is in support of it.
Why would they be bringing them into schools for kids?
Because the powerful people that are supporting
Now,
the
parents
left side
are sending-
want this. They're advocating for it because they know what they want to do.
you know that some parents
are
don't know about
sending
those
their-
things?
That's what I'm saying. Now, parents are sending their kids to school.
They
to
don't know
learn.
what's going on.
What
Some
happened to
parents don't
ABCD?
know.
What happened to 1, 2, 3? What happened? Like, I'll ask my kid, who were they teaching in school today? Nothing.
I feel like it's high time we start, maybe it's not really a must kids go to school. As long as I'm educated, what's there? I'll sit my kid down.
I will
put
teach my
your
child
pencil and
ABCD.
book.
I can train my
Well,
child
I will teach
to
you.
secondary
It's
school.
not about that. It's about the exposure of the child.
But this exposure is
Oh, this
doing
one
more
is worse
harm.
now. Like they are,
It's doing more
God, like,
harm.
That's why some parents need to check on their children.
Okay, you
in
said you have a
schools.
kid. Imagine you take your kid to school. And your kid comes back. Oh, what did you learn from school?
Imagine my kid
Mommy,
reciting this book.
They said if I'm not a girl, I can be a boy.
Wait, imagine my kid reciting
Parents
words
hear
in
that
this book.
they can go to school
Because
and
kids are fond of kids.
No,
are
they're giving
fond
you
of-
more work
Yeah.
as a parent. Like I have to teach my child how to be close to God, how to be respectful, and all of that. Now you're giving me extra work to be educating my child that no, you're a boy, you're a boy. Please remain as a boy.
No, but kids are fond of reciting whatever they learn. So
Now, you be
imagine,
praying to God,
Imagine
God,
my
please
kid
don't let my
reciting
child-
this guy.
You know, kids are very, very smart.
Yeah.
They're very smart.
And
They are very observant.
And things stick to their brain quickly.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's I don't know, but
I do know
it's
that
scary.
Some children, if they go to school and they come back and they said, "Oh, mommy, my teacher said I'm not a boy, I'm a lady because I act like a lady."
Fear will
And
first
and
enter
the
my
parents-
body.
And when the parents said, no, son, you're not a lady, you're a boy.
Those
Then
arguments will
child-
start.
then
So say,
arguments
mommy,
will
you're
start.
lying, but
Do
my
you know
teacher
that-
said
Yeah,
I can,
and
I can decide what's
kids
gender.
listen to their teachers more than parents most time because there are many times when I was in school too. If my teacher tells me something, my mom tells me something, I'm like, no, I want.
No, I'll
what
feel my
teacher-
mom. No, you feel your parents. They don't know the right
They
thing.
don't know what they're
You
saying
feel
because that's your teacher.
That is why, as a mother
Sometimes
or
your
father,
parents,
you
your
need
parents
to.
will flog you, your mom will flog you. You prefer your parents to flog you than your teacher to flog you. So it's like the teachers have more impact in our kids when it comes to educational system than the parents. That's why sometimes the parents will be like, oh, don't worry, I can't do this homework for you. Don't worry, tell your auntie that. You say, no, I'm not going until you do my homework for me. That is to show you how the kids listen to teachers more. So if the teacher in school is telling my child that you're not a boy because you look like a boy, but you're not a boy. You can be a girl if you want. In fact, the actual term is not a boy, it's cis boy or cis girl. Then my child comes to me and tells me, oh, mommy, my teacher told me that it is not boy or girl, it is cis boy or cis girl. I now have to sit my child and say, see, listen, I'm your mother. You're a boy. Then the child start arguing with me, I'm a cis boy, you're a boy. I'm a cis boy, you're a boy. It's confusing, it's annoying. So the best thing now, because I'm scared, because I know one day I'm going to be a mom, but the only thing that I would just feel like I should do is, you know what, let me just educate my child at home. Let me know that, okay, I can educate my child. Everything I'm telling my child, I know what I'm teaching my child. My child is not learning nonsense. Since everything that is outside is nonsense.
Yeah.
It's
Because,
good to expose
yeah,
your
how will you
children,
how
but
will you
if the
tell a
exposure
child-
is bad, I'm not exposing
Yeah,
you.
because how will you tell a child that you can choose a gender you want? Like, no, now you have to let them know that this gender, this is what you were born. Like,
Exactly.
Even from conception, that's when you know your sex.
Yes, that's when
so
you go for scan
how
and all
come
those
now they are not
things.
deceiving people and saying it's after birth that you know your sex?
Even as
No,
of
no.
now, I love the fact that I'm African because
These
even
days.
as of now, if I go and meet my mom and tell her, "Mommy, I don't feel like a boy anymore. I don't feel like a girl. I don't want to marry. I want to be a boy." She would slap the living daylight out of me.
You
She would slap
explain
that
to
girl.
as a parent, you
She
explain
will
a
only
lot.
slap you.
She would chase me out of the house.
She will no. If you have a strict, they'll disfigure you first.
Yes, they'll carry you to barracks or something.
So
and,
that
you know,
that your face you're admiring every time. That
please. leave our kids alone. Let kids be
That's
kids.
bad.
Give them the education that they ought to have. All those transgender, cis, medical, mental nonsense, let it be for when they grow, when their brains are very mature, for them to understand what is going on and for them to choose if they want it or not. Stop forcing it on them at this age, because now it's not looking like a choice anymore. It's like force.
Because
Yeah.
if they were only doing it like adults now, you understand, becoming an adult, like
It's- yeah, you know.
would have not.
But now you're coming for our
But
kids.
no, kids. Why kids? Oh, that's bad. Please,
Do you want to say anything?
I don't know what to
I don't
say.
know what to
again,
say
but it's
anymore.
bad. And it's
guys.
getting out of hand. You know, I'm seeing it.
Yes.
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Like
I
they're
don't
trying to
know.
mislead a lot of kids.
I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. The only people who have the power to change this thing are the parents.
Governments.
The parents and the government.
Yeah.
Because if the government puts a stop to this and stop trying to do transgender rights, abortion rights, this right, that right, it would reduce. That is number one. If we stop teaching it in schools, it would reduce. That's number two. And if the parents are able to educate their children properly and tell them to not listen to any other nonsense that anybody tells them outside, it would help as well. That is what I feel like was going to help the society to, eradicate this whole LGBTQ
That was even
stuff.
saying that I was even saying schools should help the children. Schools are now
Schools
imposing
are-
it on the children.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Maybe I should not even give birth again because...
What I said.
Give birth to.
Give it.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. Kindly drop your comments, your thoughts. If you support us or if you have your separate opinions, let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My name is Nasima.
My name is Zainab.
And I'm Ella.
Bye.
Bye.